Hey, good morning, everybody. It's DJ. Um, so today we have a class on how this weather is affecting us, both in good ways and bad ways. I think, I don't know, I talked to one person in our group yesterday about it, but with the winds, so be careful. High wind advisory. The wind took our greenhouse and kind of spun it on its top, which is which is fun to think about, but it's kind of devastating all in itself as well. So, um, what I am thinking for today is to go over what we have to look forward to and what potential weather just all around the Bay Area, because all of us have family around here, could actually be going on because we're getting really cold weather as well. It's not just, rain and wind and all that. It's really kind of cold. So, let's kind of go over that just a bit, and then that will be the class for today. So, um, I looked something up because meteorologists know better than I, what to look out for. But it says an atmospheric river storm and a rush of cold air bore down on the Bay Area on Sunday, possibly setting the stage for drenching rain, strong winds, and hail over the next couple of days, and a dumping of powder several feet deep in the Sierra Nevada mountains. So snow should be on its way in the Sierra Nevada for all you ski buffs. Then in San Jose and the Santa Cruz Mountains, were so those are the in the mountains there are expected to hit the biggest part of the storm in the Bay Area, which was forecast to intensify late Sunday into Monday, while providing the area's first real drenching in about a month. So again, that was Monday. Here we are at Thursday, but last night we had another really nice gale as well as, a dumping of rain. So to the east, the Sierra Nevada mountains were predicted to receive up to 100 inches of snow over the next couple of days. That's fantastic. I wish we could go up and see it. A lot that prompted travel warnings for motorists visiting the high country. So if you're heading that way, be careful. And now this is some of the important part. So while no drought buster, the storm promised to act as a salve for parched and quickly driving communities across the Bay Area after a month of dry, arid conditions. So it's not going to solve the drought problem because we need years like this. And I know a lot of people, pardon me, I know a lot of people don't actually like to think of years like this, that we're just going to keep having torrential downfalls. And they're not really that torrential, but it is taking up, it's soaking into the ground, as I've talked about before, and really working things up. Building up our reservoirs and things like that. That's what we want. So the weather system's early hours carried a familiar look to past atmospheric river storms, soaking the North Bay with 1 to 3 inches of rain by 2:30 p.m. Sunday, while sparing most of the rest of the Bay Area with less than a tenth of an inch, according to the National Weather Service. Which is still good. Tenth of an inch, I'll take it. Most of the rain was forecast to fall in the Santa Cruz Mountains, which could receive 6 to 8 inches of rain by Tuesday morning. And about 2 to 3 inches of rain were expected to fall in San Jose, San Francisco, and Oakland, which is very close to us, which is great. And so we're doing well when it comes to that. I mean, that's a good amount of rainfall. And again, this is on Sunday. And so we're just working till now. Now, right now, it's a nice sunny day, and it seems to do that. At night, it seems to pour down. We had the one day of rain on Monday where it was just like all day. But then everything kind of brightened up Tuesday. brightened up yesterday, and today again it's kind of bright. But you know, it's the way the Bay Area weather works. You never really know. So, as the forecast holds, it would flip the script of typical atmospheric river storms, which normally soak the North Bay, while sparing the South Bay. But much depended on whether rain shadow, quote unquote, cast by the Santa Cruz Mountains would have San Jose with less precipitation. But it does say that San Jose will be in the path of heavier rain. So it's going to be a balance between the rain shadow effect being on the eastern side of the slopes that normally see less rainfall. So I don't know exactly what a rain shadow is. I'm guessing it's the shadow that is cast off the mountains and maybe blocking some of the rain that comes in. I mean, I know in Utah, the mountains there, the Wasatch, they used to block a lot of the clouds coming in for some part or trap it. So it's all part of a multi-pronged system, which just it's weather comes from everywhere. Weather comes from the coast here on the west. It comes from up north and down from like Alaska, and it hits kind of all over, and we get hit with each of those systems. That could include rain, lightning, damaging winds, and even copious amounts of small hail. Now watch out for that stuff. Hail is not fun to drive around in. It's not fun to have fall on you. It's just not fun. Particularly as a storm system, moving from the Gulf of Alaska to California, recognized over the Bay Area on Sunday night as a process known as frontogenesis. Dun, dun, dun. Frontogenesis is heading our way. So that's going to be like giving it steroids, essentially, is what a meteorologist said. But again, I mean, Alaska has incredibly cold weather. And that moving down and being part of all these other systems is, it also can be devastating. So, but be ready and be ready to talk to people about it and maybe hear about some of the things that people go through. Because, like I said, this rain's luckily not going to stop for a little while. Unless y'all don't like the rain. But then why did you move to the Bay Area? It's rainy here. And it's worse up north, but it's going to be rainy here. So a rush of cold air overnight Sunday also was expected to bring with the chance of pea-sized hail. So, I mean, that's really small hail. Sometimes they can be as big as golf balls, but that's small, but still, it'll ice up the road real fast. And lightning, late Monday morning through Monday evening. We already went past that, but it's still expected. And then the Weather Service issued a wind advisory, and they issued one last night for us, lasting through today, in which the winds have died down, but it could pick up again. And could head up to 50 or 60 miles per hour, and that's in the South Bay, East Bay, well, that's us, and the Peninsula. 50 to 60 miles per hour, wow. And mudslides and debris flows are possible across the CZU Lightning Complex burn scar in the Santa Cruz Mountains. So, that's one thing that happens is when you have the fires that kind of burn off hillsides. And what happens is that leaves really large areas of open earth just sitting there. And then rain just hits it and hits it and hits it. And it's kind of like an avalanche. A mudslide is pretty much a mud avalanche. And then everything just comes on down. Sorry for the noise, but I like sound effects. But it comes all the way down. And that floods roads and things like that. And a lot of times they just have to put barriers up. And of course, PG&E has predicted that there might be quite a few power outages due to significant rain, gusty winds, and heavy snow on the mountains. But I've also seen PG&E. You know, a lot of people aren't big fans, but I've seen PG&E get out there, and they have um, significantly been cutting down trees and things like that, just by power lines to make sure the power outages are not as affected. Oh, and so 5 to 6 feet of snow. So for anybody that that is traveling by vehicle, 5 to 6 feet of snow could fall around Donner Pass and Lassen Volcano National Park by late Tuesday, and 7 to 8 feet could fall on Carson, Ebbets, and Sonora passes. Most places I go is Donner Pass, and so make sure people have their chains and they're ready to go with that. Oh, chain controls. Yep. So make sure, yeah, you're that's the big thing, and know how to put them on. I didn't know until I went over it and I was trying the wrong way, and luckily a nice person stopped to help me out. It's very nice when people do that. But the advice is to stay out of it as if you can, or stay home. That's the best advice this meteorologist can have. But if you have to travel, or if you're going to travel for the season, make sure you prepare for it. But best advice is to stay home. So, that's pretty much what sorry, just looking at different places all around the Bay Area. But we're all being hit by incredible rain. Like, if you can hear that noise, that's my sump pump that is underneath the house to push water out, so water doesn't rise and flood the house. And a lot of people around here have those. But what it is that we all need to prepare, make sure if something happens to the sump pump underneath my house, then I need to get under there and see if I can fix it. I don't know exactly what I'd look for, but I did look it up last night because I thought it turned off, and I have an idea of what I have to do now. But I wouldn't be wearing these clothes because it's gonna be dirty under there. But anyway, be prepared, and we should also be grateful because people say, oh, fires all over California, they're horrible, and they are. I'm not saying they're not, but this is what combats it. This is what makes for a beautiful spring and summer season. And so let's enjoy the rain while it's here, and stay safe, and stay dry as much as possible. Drive safely, please. Especially during this time, people are rushing about right now to get gifts and things like that. A gift is not as important as our own safety. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, please ask. Any concerns or comments, please comment. Say, I've also heard this. And let it known on our group chat that, hey, this is happening as well. It could help somebody, maybe not even just in California, but somewhere throughout the country or throughout the world. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you hopefully sooner than later. Alright, ciao y'all.